bottom of the list with Rajnigam 27 of 20 and then 15 ball 39 for Anukul Roy with 15 extras. India A managed to get 377 for 9, a mammoth score. And the bowling card, Wanajusan has been brilliant. 10 overs, 39 for 2. The only bowler kept things quiet for India batters. Apart from that, yes, Khan bowled well, under 5 runs and over, but everyone else gone to the cleaners, have upset 7 runs and over. And the seamers really did struggle. The two umpires walking in, and Sri Lanka needs 378. Yeah, 50 overs. That's some ask, a tall ask. The target. Yes, the final huddle of India A. They come out to defend, score. Well, bowlers will have some free arms. Joining with me, Santosh. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rajiv. Good afternoon, all the viewers out there. It was absolute carnage in the first. India losing the toss. Been asked to bat in first. Vaibhav Suryavansh and Priyansharya came out all guns blazing in the first power play. They got to 140. Courtesy Vaibhav Suryavansh's record-breaking half-century. 11 ball 50. He was unfortunate to get out on 94. Was well on course to break the fastest 100 as well, Rajiva record, but unfortunately it was 6-run shot. But from then onwards, it was the experience of Tilak Verma and Ruturaj Gaikwad that stabled the ship, got India into a good position, and Anukul Roy with the finishing touches helped India get to 377. It's a mountain to climb for Sri Lanka A. It's the Tri-Series final, a big game. And we've got two batters in form for Sri Lanka opening the batting. Avishka Fernando, the leading run scorer of this series. He's got 200s, both coming against Afghanistan. And Nirosan Dikwella, he's got starts. He's got a 50 as well in the previous game. The two in-form batters for Sri Lanka are taking guard now.
Yeah, Nirosan Dikwella is among the runs as well. He got to the half-century in the previous game. He is among the runs. He gets those starts. And how crucial will this power play be for Sri Lanka alongside Avishka Fernando with his 200s, both coming against Afghanistan A. So these two batters need to set the tone, need to set that platform, especially inside the power play. They've been very good inside the power play in the previous games also, got the starts. But they need to be extra special, Santosh, in this run chase with deep fine leg and a deep third in place for Dikwella. Here we go, the first ball in this run chase in the grand final. What a lovely shot. That's the way to start. Anything on his region. He's another batter who loves to go for it.
Yeah, good start from Dikwella. He will enjoy himself out there. He knows that they need to go from ball one. He knows that this power play is very important for Sri Lanka. And he loves to take on the bowling. So good start for Dikwella, good start for Sri Lanka. They need to get a lot more than that. And they need to make sure that they win this power play. Good start.
Yeah, Sri Lanka A will need a lot of boundaries, especially in this run chase. It's a mammoth score, 378. They need to maintain a very healthy run rate, 7.5 plus. So Yash Thakur will have that pressure bowling inside the power play. A lovely delivery, good carry. I'll tell you something, he's very quick, Yash Thakur.
Yeah, he's a good bowler. He hits the hard lengths. He swings the ball both ways, seams the ball both ways as well. He'll be looking to get an early wicket here, maybe a couple. Get his team into the game early on. Put the pressure on the batting lineup. Expose the middle order of Sri Lanka. Because these two batters have done their job time and time again in this series. The made sure that Sri Lanka have already got the start. So an early wicket will put pressure on them.
Yeah, back at the length. Niroshan Dikwala loves width outside the off stump. Just Thakur will have to look forward, not to bowl in those kind of lines and length. With offside, yes, it's packed, but only one protection. That's the deep third fielder. It's a very straightish, short third fielder. A flying slip, I would say. And now, backward point. Backwards Kwale, an extra cover fielder with a deep third fielder mid-off in the ring. So pack offside field for Yaksh Thakur. Bowls Fuller, lofts it over mid-on. One bounce, 4.
Yeah, those are easy pickings for Niroshan Dikwala. Pitched up with mid-off and mid-on, up in the circle. Just have to help it on its way. Just going through with the shot, using the pace as well. And the second boundary for Dikwala. So Sri Lanka have started well. Courtesy Niroshan Dikwala.
I reckon, Santosh, in the top order Sri Lanka, there should be one batter who needs to bat throughout or need a big inning. From the top 4, top 5, Avishka Fernando more capable. He is a batter who's got those 2 tons in this series. Oh, short ball. Really short for me. That looked really, really short.
Yes, I completely agree with you, Rajiv. I thought it went over the batter's head. Maybe it could have been called wide.
And Niroshan Dikwala is not a tall lad, I would say. There, you see, that's way over the head.
Yeah, he was on his toes as well, Dikwala, but Yash Thakur, he survives that delivery. Change of pace, upish, and they get a quick single. It's a good running from the 2 batters. Sri Lanka, 9 for no loss after the first over.
Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network. इस weekend Indian Idol बनाएंगे सिनेमा के legends. और India's best dancer में होगा choreographers का महोत्सव. That's what I call a performance. देखिए entertainment का double धमाका Sony Entertainment Television और Sony Live पर. लेनिन ग्रुप जुलाई का शुभारंभ करेंगे आइलैंड से. देखिए आइलैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 26 से 28 जून. Watch only on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
Heavy shoulders, isn't it? But India, they have runs on board. Bowlers have the liberty. I heard he's touching 150. Back at the length. Looks a very rhythmical fast bowler.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle between Ashok Sharma and these 2 batters. Because both batters, they love the pace, they love using the pace. And Ashok Sharma, he possesses an ability, a skill to bowl very, very quick. We've seen that in the last few games he's played. And he's got a big opportunity here. Picking up an early wicket, getting his team into the game early on. As he rushed on, Niroshan Dikwala trying to go for the horizontal shot. But hurried him.
Hey, he has some pace, isn't it? A tall, quick, fast bowler. I reckon Santosh, Niroshan Dikwala needs to play through the line. Help sing it along. Maybe not to go for that cross-batted shots. Use the pace. Or lofts it. Lofts it through mid-wicket. One bounce, couple of bounce rather. And that's his third boundary. Margin for error here.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, Rajiv. He'll enjoy the pace. It was just a touch too short. Roshan Dikwala with that short arm jab over short mid wicket. He picks up his third boundary. And Sri Lanka underway here.
Yeah, they need more. Roshan Dikwala is very capable, very innovative. Opens up, misses it. Beat for pace there.
Shot was on from Roshan Dikwala. Trying to go over the ring of fielders on the offside. But Roshan Dikwala would have definitely got the license, Rajiv, from the think tank to go from ball one, because he's going to need a Surya Vanshi-esque inning here. They need one batter to go all guns blazing in this power play. And Dikwala is the batter that can do it.
That really hurried him. That's an Indipa. Really cramped him up with the pace, Ashok Sharma. Take a look at this. It was short. Hurried him completely. Really bamboozling stuff here. He was in an awkward position. Even to play a defensive stroke there. He's nearly touching those express stuff from Ashok Sharma. Pitched up. Over cover fielder. This is good batting from Roshan Dikwala. Ends the second over. Sri Lanka A. 17 for loss.
Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network. एक ग्रैंड म्यूजिकल नाइट होगी। इस दौर में विलन्स को तालियां मिलती हैं। बहुत बड़ा क्रिमिनल। और उसी उत्सव को लेकर हमने एक छोटा सा सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम भी आयोजित किया है। जब मैंने इवेंट करवाने का फैसला कर लिया है,
he hasn't faced a single delivery yet. Yeah, this was pitched up. Roshan Dikwala getting some room. Scoops it over the cover field. As he touched to Fuller. It was kind of a Yorker, but he got some meat. It was a lofted scoop, I would say, on the offside, but somehow the Roshan Dikwala made sure that it went over that inner ring. So slip in place for Avishka Fernando. Yash Thakur will have to deal with the combination of left-right. The two batters have been fearless cricketers, fearless batters inside the power play throughout this series and troubled the bowlers a lot.
Avishka Fernando, he's the big wicket for India A. He's also the main man for Sri Lanka. They need Avishka Fernando to bat through the innings. He's one player that can build an inning here. He's done it a couple of times before in this series as well. So after 2 overs, he's facing his first delivery.
Straight down the leg side, pushing it too hard there, Yash Thakur. A deep cover point fielder and a deep square leg for Avishka Fernando. Yeah. This is what happens when you bowl two batters, well, left-right. Bowlers struggle, especially inside the power play. You need to adjust lines a lot because you have only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, or the Indipa coming into the right-handed Avishka Fernando. He's off the mark in the very first delivery. So gate number 2 is open. Come witness this young stars. Sri Lanka chasing 378 here at Tabulla. Yes, it's a mammoth score. But the surface looks really good. Sri Lanka need those partnerships. They need that start, especially inside the power play. Very much capable two batters out here. In form batters in the top order for Sri Lanka. Sadira Samarakrama got 2 half centuries in this series. The two openers have been prolific with the runs. Sanarachi got a half century.
Yeah, these two batters, they need to make sure that they get Sri Lanka to around 80, between 80 and 100 in the first power play without losing a wicket. At best 1 wicket, Rajiva, because that start is needed for them. They need to make sure they capitalize on this power play as well.
And they will depend on these two a lot. The Sri Lankan cap. Slower delivery, flat batted shot. Trying to go aerial. Didn't come onto the bat because the off cutter. This is good stuff from Yash Thakur because the more pace on offer in the good length or the arc of the batter who loves to go aerial, lofted on drives, lofted shots, changing pace will be a key factor. That's where Sri Lanka seamer struggle. They bowl length, they bowl fuller. I didn't see those slow balls coming in from the Sri Lankan seamers. Uppercut. Fielder has to watch it sail over his head. Roshan Dikwala gets his first maximum, the half a dozen. Yeah, this is good batting. That was pace on, Santosh.
Yeah, just using the pace like I mentioned. Dikwala will enjoy the fast bowlers bowling quick at him because he's a batter that loves using the pace. He scores a lot of the runs behind the wicket. Got onto his toes and he knew he could take on that fielder there. So Dikwala's first 6 and he's on a roll here in Damulla. He needs to get a big score here.
Yeah, I'll tell you, with the pace, he nicely guided it. It's a 75-yard boundary. That shows that ball is coming on to the bat. Round the wicket. Pulls it on his hips. Roshan Dikwala. Yeah, very good over. 9 runs of it so far. Yeah, this has been a factor. I mean, yes, even Afghanistan, they came out gun blazing in the power play, the two openers. Really, the opening bowlers of all teams, they have struggled a lot inside the power play. And batters in the modern day game, they have the liberty of 10 power play overs, the first power play, and just 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Yeah, pushing for the second. This is good running from Avishka Fernando. In T20 cricket, Santosh, there's only 6 overs. That's a nightmare for the bowlers as well. But now, the modern day game has adjusted that. Back in the day, I wonder whether if you're born at that time where Sanat Jayasuriya and Ramesh Kaluvitarna were the ones who started Little Kalu. And they started that pinch hitting in the power play overs. The bowlers really struggled to bowl against the two pair. Oh, is that the first wicket? That was a flying slip I was talking about against Avishka Fernando. And Yash Thakur striking. And that's a big wicket. It's a very big wicket for Sri Lanka, And Avishka Fernando has to walk back slowly. And that's the first one in Sri Lanka innings.
A man in form departs. The big wicket India needed, and they've got it in the 3rd over. Yash Thakur, the man with the breakthrough. Perfect line and length, just swinging away from Avishka Fernando. Good catch from Ruturaj Gaikwad. He was there just for that. And India draw first blood. Avishka Fernando departs for 3. Sri Lanka 28 for 1.
तेरा बाप आया तेरे पापों का हिसाब आया Men in Blue जुलाई का शुभारंभ करेंगे आइलैंड से देखिए आइलैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 26 से 28 जून वॉच ओनली ऑन सोनी लिव एंड सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क तेरा बाप आया तेरे पापों का हिसाब आया Men in Blue जुलाई का शुभारंभ करेंगे आइलैंड से देखिए आइलैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 26 से 28 जून वॉच ओनली ऑन सोनी लिव एंड सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network.
And Ashok Sharma playing his first game, gave 8 runs. Nuno Fernando is the new batter walking in. But Avishka Fernando, the man in form, scored 291 runs prior to this inning. So he'll have to end up at 294. 2 centuries coming in from his bat against Afghanistan A. And I see Nuno Fernando, number 3 batter, he'll have a major role in this run chase. The top order needs to stick. He needs to stick together. Oh, played upishly once again. Lucky for Dikwalla that it lands in an area where the gap is, that minimum gap. Yeah, this is the wicket. The outside edge, that flying slip. Rutraj Gaikwad, I'll tell you, Santosh, that really travelled him. With the pace of Yash Thakur, there I see good hands, eyes on the ball. He's a very good fielder, Rutraj Gaikwad. The position is very key. Because if there's a slip, I reckon the slip would have gone over or it would have travelled him very quickly. But good captaincy from Tilak Verma to keep that flying slip.
A credit to Tilak Verma, the defending for the 5th time in this series, Rajiv. I think they understand the conditions a lot better in the final. The 2 slips for Nuno. Quick one, swinging away. Very interesting to see how Nuno Fernando he handles the pace of Ashok Sharma. Both batters, they like pace, they like to use the pace. Nuno Fernando, more technically correct batter, whereas Dikwalla, he loves to just express himself out there. He'll go with the rams, he'll go with the flicks. More lot wristy player, Dikwalla, but Nuno Fernando, he plays proper cricketing shots.
Some late swing from Ashok Sharma. With his pace, if he's swinging that ball, I'll tell you, he is a threat. He's a quick customer, Ashok Sharma. Like I mentioned earlier, I was told that he's touching 150. Hitting the bat hard. Oh, that really hurried him. That really did hurry Nuno Fernando. He's 6'3" or 6'4". There was no time for him to duck.
A quick bouncer, good change up from Ashok Sharma. He's bowling at absolute gas out there. Nuno Fernando, he had no chance of playing that pull or hook. It was a little too late and backing out of that shot rightfully so. Oh, that definitely hurried him. Ashok Sharma is generating a lot of pace here at double.
And that died down. And Nuno Fernando got into a 40 in the previous game. Didn't have a very good run. It was a part of the first game against India A and played the last game as well against Afghanistan A, and now giving that opportunity, trusting him at number 3. This is where he needs to step up. Get the bouncer, pull it nice and firm. One bounce, four. That's a good strike of the ball.
Yeah, one too many bounces in that over. And nobody Fernando bounces on it. So that ends the fourth over. Sri Lanka, 33 for 1.
Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network. इस weekend Indian Idol बनाएंगे सिनेमा के legends पहचान है और India's best dancer में होगा choreographers का महोत्सव. That's what I call a performance. देखिए entertainment का double धमाका Sony Entertainment Television और Sony Live पर. Men in Blue जुलाई का शुभारंभ करेंगे आइलैंड से. देखिए आइलैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 26 से 28 जून. Watch only on Sony and Sony Sports Network.
It's a huge loss for them. Informed batter Avishka Fernando is back in the pavilion. But heavy shoulders on Dickwell and know that they need to start inside the power play. Just Thakur managed to get that breakthrough of Avishka Fernando, the big fish, the top run getter in the series so far. He's conceded 20 runs, but he got that price wicket. That's important. Oh, there you go. Castled him. Coming round the wicket, Niroshan Dickwal opening up, exposing the stumps, pay the price.
Yeah, see, the good thing Baku did was he changed his angle. He knew Niroshan Dickwal was looking for room, came around the wicket and cramped him up for room. He attacked the stumps and Dickwal missing it completely. Leg stump uprooted. And Yash Thakur, he sent both openers back to the dressing room. Niroshan Dickwal, well made 25, Sri Lanka 33 for 2.
Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network. Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network. Men in Blue जुलाई का शुभारंभ करेंगे आइलैंड से. देखिए आइलैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 26 से 28 जून. Watch only on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
A batter who is in form, scored 2 half centuries in this series, Sadira Samaravikrama. Now, this is the problem. The start that they needed inside the power play, the 2 openers who've been very good. They had a very good run in the series. But both back. Yash Thakur has delivered perfectly in the final. And Sadira Samaravikrama walking in with a lot of pressure.
And now they're going to need a partnership here, Rajiva. They need both these batters to build a partnership. They're going to be mindful of the run rate as well. Required run rate 7.5. They need to keep that on the back of their minds as well. But the most important thing is they need to build a partnership here.
Yeah, definitely, Santosh, the partnership matters a lot. But Sri Lanka losing wickets inside the power play. And now the next batter is Sahanara Chike. Then comes the all-rounders. Yeah, this is what happened. He was nowhere playing that shot. Hurried on him. And Niroshan Dickwal exposing the stumps. Yeah, he's pumped up. He got both the openers back in the pavilion. How crucial was that first innings? The power play, that innings of Suryavanshi brought India A to a flyer. That set the tone perfectly in the finals. Crowd coming in. Gate number 2 is open, entrance free here at Dambulla. Sri Lanka 8 chasing 378. Well, that's a long way to go from the looks of it with 2 wickets down. Back at the length. Now that the 2 dashing openers are back, it has a breather for the seamers and also the skipper.
Yeah, just to start, Tilak Verma would have wanted both openers in form and both openers back in the dressing room before even the 5th over was complete. So that's exactly what Tilak Verma would have wanted. Yash Thakur, he answered the call. But now Nunithu Fernando and Sadira Samar, they've got a good opportunity here. They need to capitalize. Lot of overs remaining. They've still got a mountain to climb. Oh, that's hit him. Hit him on the helmet. Nunithu Fernando going for that pull shot. It's dislodged his stem guard as well. The players will go through concussion protocol. A little too early for the pull shot. Taking his eyes off it and missing it. Getting hit on the helmet.
Yeah, concussion protocol there. The physio Ajanta coming in. It really hurried him. These 2 seamers, they're very quick, I'll tell you. Yash Thakur maybe mid-140s. And Ashok Sharma, he is far more speedier, far more quicker than Yash Thakur. In the context of the game, India has done a very good job breaking the 2 wickets, the 2 openers. This is where they've struggled a lot now. The run chase when the other opponent's side. Yeah, that's the Bangalore River. Just Ipuanka to a lake that's beside the ground here. Some lovely sights, a lot of heritage, the history here in Dambulla. There is he with the drone capturing the stadium. Lovely shot, but straight to the fielder. 5 overs done, Sri Lanka 8, 35 for 2.
Men in blue धुलाई का शुभारंभ करेंगे आयरलैंड से. देखिए आयरलैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 26 से 28 जून. Watch only on Sony Land and Sony Sports Network. तेरा बाप आया. ले तेरे बापों का हिसाब आया. Men in blue धुलाई का शुभारंभ करेंगे आयरलैंड से. देखिए आयरलैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 26 से 28 जून. Watch only on Sony Land and Sony Sports Network.
With those 2 wickets lost. And we're going to see pace. It's going to be Ashok Sharma. Express, to say the least. As I say, good afternoon to Kosala, Suresh Chandra.
Good afternoon, Roshan, and good afternoon to all our viewers. Sri Lanka up against it now with the uphill task because the 2 informed batters are back in the pavilion. Navin Fernando is not looked really the Navin Fernando himself in this series. Sadir has got runs, but a big task on their shoulders. While they rebuild this innings, Roshan, they need to also keep that run rate in mind. And we have been told that this guy can really bend his back and bowl fast.
Yeah, he certainly has demonstrated that, hasn't he? He's rushed the batters, he's run in, he's bent his back, he's got bounce. And in terms of the run rate, I don't know with the Sri Lanka. Yes, it's a bit of a steep chase, but Sri Lanka will have to first consolidate. They'll need to have some stability. Player a miss outside the off stump, flirting with it, bit of extra pace and bounce.
Well, that was quick again. Again, no feet movement, playing from the crease. He was lucky that he didn't get a touch to it. But this is the type of bowler who will hit your bat hard, Roshan. And that vibration of the bat that will come in, that's what we haven't seen so far in this series. Oh, that's good. That's been put away. But, oh, that wasn't the greatest effort down in the deep. But Sri Lanka will take that boundary.
They certainly will. They've been pressurized by some extra pace, bounce. And that was just angling down the leg side. But I don't think Sadhira Samaravikrama got everything behind it. Just a bit of extra bounce maybe this him close to the splash, but still it's that boundary over. That target of 3. E78. That's looking massive at the moment. It looks a fair distance away. From Sri Lanka.
For 44 for 2.
See, one thing about the two Indian fast bowlers is they've been disciplined, and also we talk about Ashok Sharma, who bowls from that end, to be having, extra space. But I don't think Yash is too far behind. He's really hitting that bat hard. And also, look at that. Look at the comparison. There's no comparison at all. 44 for 2 and 99 for no loss. India was flying at that moment.
Oh. This is what they do in big games, isn't it, Roshan? In the T20 World Cup where India won. The start that they got against New Zealand just took the game away from them.
We talk about the respective power plays, isn't it? Lots of teams believe that the first power play is so important. You got to set the tone. And when you set the tone, it's the middle power play that becomes crucial. As a fielding unit, if you're in disarray because of the first power play, then you struggle. But if the team comes back in the middle power play, you might be able to pull it back a bit. So, of course, every power play is important, but setting the tone, to me, what we saw today, has truly put India at the moment in the driving seat. I don't want to talk too early.
They're not getting the gaps, they're just getting the singles. Sri Lanka might feel that if they can get to about 70, 75 in the power play, but still that's not enough. They might have looked at something like 100 for 1 if they were to chase this down.
One is out now. He lost 2. I think we may have to kind of structure the response. Yes, 75 in 10 overs is decent, but then you got to be consistent. But don't forget, Sri Lanka's playing one batter less. So wickets are going to be critical. So losing these 2 wickets, Dikwella going well, Avishka Fernando, who's been the leading run scorer in the tournament, has definitely dented Sri Lanka's chances.
Now, Sadir has been on the runs, but he will have to play the innings of his life here. If Sri Lanka is to get closer to that, and not only 100, Roshan, he'll get a big 100, like 140 to 150.
I think he alone won't suffice. He will need Nuanidu or someone to bat with him, because see, this phase is important to me, because you got to have a stable phase. It's only then you can launch. I mean, you can get to 200 in 30 overs, but you lose 5 wickets. Those 5 wickets will be a factor going into the last 20.
And Nuvindu Fernando, he got some runs in the previous game, but it's not the Nuvindu Fernando that we've really seen. He came with a big reputation when he was brought into the national side. Now take a look at this again. There you go. That doesn't show you. Yeah, that will have hurt, but also that doesn't show the glimpse of a confident bat.
That would have hit the ribs. That would have hurt. Somewhere under your armpit and in the ribs. That's not something you're going to enjoy.
And also, Roshan, he was earlier hit on the helmet. Now he's hit on the ribs, so it's he's maybe not picking those legs properly here on the shots that he needs to play. Last ball coming up off over number 7. And this time, oh, that's a beauty. But, if he was running back, for a moment he felt that he was in with a chance, but Sri Lanka will manage to pick up a couple. It's 48 for 2 at the end of 7. So at the moment, the gap is a lot. Oh. That was flying off the bat.
Yeah, he is quick, isn't he? I mean, I can tell you that India has produced some outstanding fast bowlers. I believe the Indian fast bowling revolution started with Kapil Dev. I mean, as a 19-year-old on a tour of Pakistan, I think in 1979. That's where it all started. Nobody had heard about a Kapil Dev. And then everything started happening for India. And they started producing some. Nicely done. That's beautifully threaded. It will run away to the boundary. Good timing. Using the pace. The 50 is up for Sri Lanka.
Well, yes, he used the pace of Ashok Sharma. And the placement was fantastic. Because there's no fielders patrolling in that area because they're in the power play, but beautifully done. Yeah. But for a moment I thought Tusit had that covered. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Save your legs. That's the boundary.
Samar Vikram at his best. The previous one was caressed, using the pace, just a little guide, and this is a fully fledged cover drive. Again, leaning into it, everything behind it, and he couldn't have asked for a better shot. Lovely top hand as well.
Everything perfect in that drive. Just what you would want to tell a young man. Yeah, that reminds us of a Mavanatapattu drive. That's beautifully done. Technique to the perfection. 56 for 2. Oh, that's a very good reply from Ashok Sharma. It was quick, it was nipping back. They'll get a leg. But that really surprised Sadira.
I think it didn't bounce. That's what really surprised him. Yeah, it almost cut him in half, but it didn't bounce. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yeah, jack back, hit the top or the back leg. It bounced as much as he expected, and also that extra bit of pace certainly rushed him, surprised him.
And this time, it's Nuvinedu. Tries to take him on, and he gets... That just stood up for Nuvinedu. He's short, but he's a tall lad, and he used his height on that occasion.
That's it. A fast bowler running in, bending his back, generating pace, and a response like this from a batter. Point you made about the height of Nuvinedu really helping him.
This time they find a fielder, but that's a good over where Sri Lanka is concerned. 63 for 2 at the end of 8.
Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channel Sony Sports Network. इस weekend Indian Idol बनाएंगे सिनेमा के legends. बहुत जान है. और India's best dancer में होगा choreographers का महोत्सव. That's what I call a performance. देखिए entertainment का double धमाका. Sony Entertainment Television और Sony Live पर. Men in Blue Live का शुभारंभ करेंगे आइलैंड से. देखिए आइलैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 26 से 28 जून. Watch only on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
Change in the bowling. Nishansu will come on. The left arm spinner. He had a 4-4 in his first game that he played. So this is a good move by India with the two right-handers in. He'll be looking to bring it in. He was also the player of the match in the game against Afghanistan. Game number 4. Before he took 4 wickets. Played in his first... That is the first game he was playing. So he's got 5 men on the off. For Sadil, there's no slip. I feel that Tilak Verma should be attacking more. Starts off with a good line and length.
See, we've seen some deliveries turn.
Well done, guys.
And especially from orthodox spins, we've seen the off-spinner turn. We did see Ravindu also bowl a leg break by just rolling his fingers in the opposite direction. Lovely work. Beautifully done. Samara Vikrama. That's the wrong line. And, another boundary to Sadira Samaravikrama. He's played some really delightful shots on both sides of the pitch.
Well, I think he had made up his mind. Take a look at that again. He was charging down and picked his spot perfectly. But very well done. And again, going in with the arm. The ball is relatively new. He will slide it in. I feel that he might not be really looking for turn. And with the ball so new, because we're playing with two new balls, though it's the ninth over, it's just 4.5 overs old, and he's always looking to try and bring it in. So the last over in the power play. The comparison. So there are still, there's a big gap. There's a change in the bowling, I feel. Yash Thakur has changed ends. He's coming in from the double lane now. Now these are beautiful pictures that come in through the drone. Slower, but Sadira Samara Vikrama are doing to the Fernando. Rather has gone over extra cover and he'll collect his. He's way down the pitch. So the chances are that the ball would bouncing over the leg stump. So it's a good decision. By the umpire.
comes out. Sahana Rachige. I'm sure you heard that famous song, A Long Way to Tipperary. It is something like that, and Kosala, for everyone listening, he is a very, very creative and active member in the music industry. We'll come to all that. Let's first take a look here. And look at how the fielder just positions himself. Didn't have to move. Very simple catch. Thank you very much. Easily taken. And the celebration begins. Right. So quickly back to Kosala. In the industry of music, and I think you can sing.
No, the moment I sing, everybody basically
They may mute, but they still watch.
they'll go on mute.
So, but let's hear the song. After the record, okay. Oh, it's a long way to Tipperary.
Yeah, it goes like it's a long way to Tipperary, but I can't remember the lyrics. So, but I know that song. It's normally played after midnight on the 31st night. It's one of the first songs that you play. Like normally you get the midnight countdown is done with a song called All Lines Night. And the moment that it finishes, then you go back to this medley called the Tipperary medley. Right. That's why this song is there.
So I told you that he is part of music, and he knows music, so we can talk about the subject. And unfortunately, we are on a game of cricket. Good bowling. Yash has been very impressive. Yes, he's conceded a few runs, Kosala, but he's done what India wanted. 3 for 31, and virtually broken almost the back of the Sri Lankan batting.
Yeah, because 3 top order batters back in the pavilion. The 2 Fernandos and Big Bala. And Yash Thakur has done well. So you can go for runs, but if you pick those wickets, that's very crucial. Last ball coming up. So Rachige, the skipper is in. Oh, that's a good answer to him. A good bouncer to finish over number 10. The power play is done and dusted. Sri Lanka chasing 377 victory at 75 for 3.
Weekend Hooker Entertainment का double धमाका. It's United के सिनेमा के legends. Bojan. और India's best dancer का choreographers का महोत्सव. Now that's my God, a performance. This weekend देखिए entertainment का double धमाका. Sunny Entertainment Television और Sunny Live पर. Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network.
140 for 2, 75 for 3. That's a huge up, isn't it? Around 65 runs. Well, Sri Lanka losing 3 wickets inside a power play when you're chasing 378. 303 more runs required. Victory, 240 balls, 7 wickets in hand. With one less batter. Well, Robin Fernando, Wanajusan, Vias Khan to follow next. And then the tail, the 3 seamer, Shiraz and the Northern Hero and the Virakati Express. So not a lot of depth in the batting lineup. So a lot to depend in this pair. Sadira Samaravikrama, yes. But Sri Lanka needs to take things slowly. They need to take things deep. Yes, they've lost bits. But a lot will depend on this young man, the skipper. And alongside the experience of Sadira Samaravikrama. For India A, pulling things back
in a big occasion, a big game. Just Thakur, 3 wickets for him. His express has landed the ball in very good areas. And he's been rewarded well. Yeah, it has been a great comeback by India. Lanka kind of got off to a flyer, but grabbing 3 wickets. Trying for that lap. There is protection and deep fine leg. Will be just the 1 run. Sahan Arachigi is a very positive player. He'll be very busy out there. He'll milk those singles. They are in kind of a situation today. Chasing a total 378 runs. So he'll need to change his game. Sadhir has been good. 25 of 19 deliveries. Sri Lanka, yes, they need a partnership, but they need it with a run rate of close to 8 runs per over. So that will be crucial. And in the process, they can't afford to lose wickets as well. So plenty of things that the Sri Lankans will have to work around. There you go, the required run rate. 7.63 at this stage. Oh, that's a nice shot. Using the pace of the bowler. A couple of runs for Sahan Arachigi. This is what I mentioned. Sahan is a very busy player and he will keep playing those cheeky little shots. Yes, he's a capable batter, scoring behind the stumps. The length cuts, the paddles, very cheeky player. This is how he builds the innings. Sahan Arachigi. Sweep on. Off there. Oh. Just a 5 runs off it. 11 was done, 80 for 3.
एक ग्रैंड म्यूजिकल नाइट होगी इस दौर में विलन्स में तालियां मिलती हैं बहुत बड़ा और उसी मौसम को लेकर हमने एक छोटा सा सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम भी आयोजित किया है जब मैंने इवेंट करवाने का फैसला कर लिया है
Beautiful shots around the ground, 360. He was very cheeky when he was out there. That was the shot. He cleared the fence, but Avishka Fernando, it was a very short stay for him. Then came Monica Fernando. Played some delightful strokes, but Niroshan Dikwella trying to open up the offside. Ended up with goal. And then Sadhir outside. Monica Fernando played some delightful strokes. That was for the cameras. And caught off Sri Lanka to a good start, but unfortunately for Nuanadu Fernando, he was dismissed at the wrong time. Now it will be a responsibility for the skipper, alongside Sadhir Samra Vikrama, to put up a partnership and try and anchor the innings at least until the 25th over with a healthy run rate. Yeah, definitely run and Shetke into the attack. The new media box end. Just Thakur, over 5 overs, picked up 3 wickets, all 3 wickets going in his column. Oh, dropped. Is that a chance gone begging? Is that the life that Sadhir Samaravikraman needed in this run chase? Disappointed. With Raj Nigam at short mid wickets. Couple, take a look at that again. Look at the skipper. He is disappointed as well. Yeah, definitely it's a chance. Slow delivery into the pitch. With Raj Nigam both hands. And Sadhira Samaravikrama gets alive. He was dropped at 25. So Suryan Shetke is the third seamer in the Indian bowling lineup. He's been a part of it throughout the series. What a shot. Lovely pick-up shot from Sahanarachige. Through mid-wicket, that's his first maximum and the first boundary. Sahanarachige, he will not hold back. If he sees the poor delivery, he will definitely pounce on it. Very little pace from Suryan Shetke, sitting up nicely, rocking onto the back foot and hammering it over short mid-wicket into the deep mid-wicket fence for 6. There you go. Finishing off in style. Disappointing for Shetke though. He needs to figure out the length that he needs to bowl on the surface, because he did see how the Indian batters took on the Sri Lankan bowlers. Pick up. Beautiful piece of timing. Just a couple of fielders behind square. A deep fine leg and deep square leg, and Sahanarachige will thread them quite comfortably. Back-to-back boundaries for Sahanarachige. And on this occasion, he played it very finer. The previous 6 was front of square through mid-wicket. This one going towards that backward square leg region. This is good batting. This is the aggression. This is what Sri Lanka want, despite losing 3 wickets. Someone to step up. An expensive start for Shetke. Yeah, look at the run rate, the current run rate and the required run rate looks equal. So 11 off it, 12 done, 91 for 3. Well, 25 of 17, obviously failing again. We wanted to answer the partnership, but look at the bowling. Yash managing to grab all 3 wickets. Standout performer so far for the Indian bowlers. Nishan Sidhu, he will continue 2 overs, 11 runs conceded so far. Important passage of play for both teams. Wrist work through mid-wicket. That'll have enough legs to cross the boundary. Sadhira Samaravikrama, he will continue on his merry way. That's a true class shot. He came down the track on the offside and then flicks it over short mid-wicket into that gap. With not much power, but that placement in the vacant region matters. Fact for Sadhira Samaravikrama to get a boundary. Drops it short into the gap. Previous boundary really did this to Nishan. Pulled back his length and Sadhira pouncing back foot, placing it through the gap. Back-to-back force. 1 through the onside, 1 through the offside. This is great piece of batting. Great game of awareness of where the fielders are placed. Sadhira Samaravikrama bringing out all the class. 2 fielders behind square inside the circle, and he just manages to thread them. Great piece of batting. The last 12 balls, the Sri Lanka. Changing, yes, 23. 7 runs coming off in 13 overs. Done 102 for 3.
Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network. Yes, देखो नया नेम प्लेट
अन्नू के साथ लोन ले रहे हो, तुम कमर कस लो।
अरे किस्तों की कुश्ती हम भी लड़ लेंगे। वैसे आपके बेटे तो धोखा तो देंगे नहीं।
बड़े वाले भैया ने ना अलग अपार्टमेंट सेट कर लिया है।
कुछ बताना जरूरी नहीं समझ रहे बच्चे।
जेबों की फितरत होती है कि वो फट जाते हैं और दिलों की किस्मत होती है कि वो टूट जाते हैं। लेकर जिंदगी के सिक्कों की खनक आ गई है नए किस्सों की गुल्लक।
What you did mention previously. It's the wickets column that the Sri Lankans will be concerned about at this stage. But these batters are trying to put up a partnership, 27-run partnership so far. That's a lovely shot, but equally well fielded. Surely saved 3 runs there. Sadira is batting brilliantly so far. I had a feeling that the bowler had some tickle on it and then slowed the pace. Good effort from the bowler and also Ashok Sharma at mid-off, keeping just for a single. Wickets column will really worry Sri Lanka. These two batters will have to bat a long time. One of these two will have to be around in this run chase for Sri Lanka. In this top order, losing 3 wickets inside the power play was the downfall. But now this partnership is giving some hope. So Talent TV A-Team Tri-Nation One Day Series 2026, this is the final, and Talent TV celebrated their first year of sports and entertainment coming in for all these young stars, young cricketers, men and women cricket. This series featured a lot of young stars of Sri Lanka A, India A, and Afghanistan A. That's the Bulgaria. A lovely shot flicked nicely. There's protection. And also, these players will feature the next tournament for them is going to be the LPL. That's starting in 4 weeks' time. Starting on the 17th of July, going on till the 8th of August. The finals will be held in Premadas International Cricket Stadium, starting off on the 17th at SSC. 40 was done 105. Hardik Vela getting off to a flyer as he usually does, but unfortunately couldn't continue. Avishka Brand falling short today. Sadiq and Sahan at the moment out there in the middle, trying to put up a decent little partnership, but at this stage, couple of things for the Sri Lankan batters to look forward to. One is the wickets column and the required number of runs per over, which is, I would say, at the moment under control. Sindhu will start our proceedings after the drinks break. 30-run partnership so far between these two batters. And there was some grip and turn. Sadira Samarakama needs to be very careful. Pushing outside the off stump. It might drag on throat of the short extra cover fielder. Yeah, lovely inside-out shot. Couple of bouncers. And Sadira Samaravikrama stand and deliver. Perfect. That is a great example of classical batting, textbook cricket. Look at that. Picture perfect. Couple of bouncers into the fence. So Sadira Samaravikrama, he will continue the way he has been batting out there. He looks much more comfortable. He looks a lot confident today. 41 of 29 so far. I reckon in this batting lineup, Sadira Samaravikrama was a very good technique player. His front, the arm, the elbow, the coordination, the wrist work, especially the timing. When he scores runs on the front foot, he looks top class. Comes in with proper technique, the balance. So this is where he has not been dashing. He's having a very healthy strike rate. 32 balls, 42 runs. He looks really easy. Risk-free cricket. Yeah, he's a versatile cricketer. 360 player. He has shots all around the ground. Lovely shots off the front foot, wrist work, the back foot pull, the deft touch behind short third. So he's an all-in-one package. 15 overs done, 110 for 3. Sadira Samaravikrama at the moment, he looks quite comfortable out there. Sana Rachigi, he has been batting well, 16 or 17 deliveries. Well, it's a passage of play, a quiet passage of play, but the Sri Lankans, they really can't afford to keep it quiet. They need 7+ runs and over. So at least a boundary, every over maybe a couple of runs. The twos, the singles, they need to just make sure to tick off the scoreboard at every given opportunity. There you go, short pitch delivery. The ice protection. Oh, misfield. But will be just a 1 run. So looking at the field, with mid-on and mid-off inside the circle, looks like Shetty is going to go bang into the surface. There you go, the spectators enjoying themselves here today in Dambulla. But I'm not sure how many of them were up from the very first ball. They should be disappointed because they missed some quality entertainment. But still the game is on, Rajiv. Nelson on board. And you're talking about Iran. Oh, lovely shot once again. The pickup shot. There's protection. Yes, boundaries matter a lot in
terms of this run chase, India A got 17 sixers and 29 fours in their innings of 337. This is 377. Well, currently Sri Lanka A with 4 sixers and just 14 boundaries. So comparatively, yes, some crowd coming in. India A were at 50 plus at this stage. They were going at 10 runs and over. So a lot will depend on this stand. The two experienced players in the middle order for Sri Lanka A, just like Tilak Verma and Rutraj Gaikwad 10. So fans coming in, supporting both teams, Sri Lanka A and India A in the final. It's all free entrance. It's almost a run ball stand for the 4th wicket. Well, 3 fielders inside the offside circle, a couple of fielders behind square, on the leg side and on the offside. So Shetty can't afford to pitch it up to the batter at this stage. So ideally they will try to get a wicket here, break this partnership, because Sri Lanka, they might be feeling a little bit more comfortable compared to where they were 20-25 minutes back with these two batters getting themselves in. Full toss. Sadiro Samaravikrama, he'll be disappointed. He should have definitely belted it down the ground. Probably mistiming it on that occasion. Yeah, lucky for him that didn't go towards the mid-off fielder's hands. He did time it, but not into the gap. I don't know, once again, after the drinks break, came pulling through. He gave 11 runs in his first over now. Controlling in this couple of overs. What happened there? Let's see what happened. I was just for a moment looking for the ball. Okay. Probably he missed his run-up or missed his balance. Yeah, there you go. He missed his jump. Just holding on to the ball at the very last second, not delivering it. Shetty pulling things back though. He went for 11 runs in his first over. And the last 11 deliveries, conceding just 5 runs of his bowling. That's a good comeback. Tickles it down. Oh, good bit of fielding. They'll come back for a second run. 16 overs down Sri Lanka, 114 for 3, chasing down 378.
This weekend, Luka Entertainment का double धमाका. Indian Idol बनाएंगे सिनेमा के legends. और India's best dancer में होगा choreographers का महोत्सव. Now that's what I call a performance. This weekend देखिए Entertainment का double धमाका. Sony Entertainment Television और Sony Live पर. लाइव का शुभारंभ करेंगे आज। देखिए Island versus India 26 से 28 जून। Watch only on Sony and Sony Sports Network.
50 runs remain for Sri Lanka. These two batted well. Saraj, again the skipper, will now change the bowling. Vipraj Nigam will come on, the right arm leg spinner. He's got protection on the onside. 3 men on the boundary. Long off, clean to deep square. And this is what Nigam would want to get the ball at Sadira. Now the
definitely the right-hander. Get some purchase of this wicket, but Sri Lanka, they are definitely behind this game. But 115 for 3. Over 16 overs is at least keeping them in par with the run rate required. Small partnership being built here between these two batters. Two experienced players. Skipper Sana Chige, plenty of experience. Sadira Samarukrama has played at the international level as well. It's a 40-run partnership. Shot, it's pulled. But straight to the deep square field for 1.
A little bit disappointed that he didn't put that one away. Now Sadir has not put away 2 bad balls and he received one in the previous over. And these are little things that you should make maximum use of, especially when you're chasing a big target. 41-run partnership with 41 balls. Oh, I thought that one was a little bit cheeky. He'll come back for 2. The required run rate is 7.76. The current is 7.7. It's not big difference as long as Sri Lanka can keep wickets in it.
Absolutely. It's the wickets column that will definitely worry the Sri Lankans. They lost their top 3 batters. Got starts, but didn't really go on to make a big one. Especially Nominathu Fernando and Roshan Digbella. Lost Abhishek Fernando, the man in form. He went early in the second over, so that
Well, it'll be all in little phases, isn't it? Where Sri Lanka will want. That was a shout, but that was very close. I don't think that was the exact shot that you should have played against that delivery. But I think what this player will now try to do is they'll try to calculate in ways by 20 overs where you want to be by 25. They're trying to make it as deep as possible within this range. Oh, that's beauty. That's a beauty. Classic shot from Sahana Archie. Waited for the ball that given there. And he picked that very well. It's also the end of the over. Sri Lanka are 1-1-8-3. For 4 bowlers used so far by Tilak Verma. Well, the pick has been, the 5 bowlers rather, Yash Daku, 3 for 31.
was brilliant with the ball. His captain needed him to pick wickets in the power play. And he did just that. This was the previous ball. Sana Chike, mid-off was up in the circle. And it was a full pitch delivery. He went over the fielder and he got a 1 bounce. So that's good. Sensible stuff from the skipper, Sana Chike. And Ashok Sharma, he's been brought back into the touch on the expensive side, but he was definitely troubling the batters with his extra pace, Kosala.
Yeah, he brought in his squad because of his extra space. He's playing today, he's trying to baffle the Sri Lankan batters with his pace. He was not that successful against Sadir and Nominathu Fernando. Oh. He was looking to put that one away, but finds the fielder. Now Sadir is into the 40s. And this is 2 rocks that are surrounding this area. This is the Pidurangala rock, and on the far, you're seeing the Sigiriya rock, which is once considered maybe the 8th wonder of the world, built by King Kashyapa. We talked about the irrigation in that rock. And the efforts that were, how they built it, it's very famous for the Sigiriya sculptures that are painted on that. And there's a pond on top of the rock. And during the king's period, it was filled full of water all the time, rainy season or dry season. Oh, beautifully done. Not the best of effort for the field at mid-off, but Sri Lanka will take that boundary and Sadira Samaravikrama will complete.
Yeah, that's his third half century for the series. Sadira Samaravikrama is looked in absolute brilliant form today. Ruturaj Gaikwad bailed out on that, but the classy drive from Sadira Samaravikrama bring up his third 50 in this series. He's definitely making a statement here, showing exactly why he's meant to belong here.
Oh, very neatly done, but I don't think he got the timing in that. He'll come back for two. So this is what extra pace can do. The partnership is 50. It can also help the batter because the batsman will like the ball coming on to the bat. That's exactly what Sadira Samaravikrama. He's got 52, 9 boundaries, and it's come of 42 deliveries.
Yeah, player of touch and fitness. He loves using the pace of the ball. He's got 9 boundaries, so he's been brilliant today. He needs to carry on and make a big one here for Sri Lanka. Full toss. Missed out Sadira.
I think it surprised Sadira. He was not expecting that. And it came on quickly to him because that's the pace that Ashok has in him. Though it was a full toss, really hurried on him and he didn't have the time to really adjust the player stroke. There is a big appeal and Sadira Samaravikrama will have to take the long walk. This is what pace can do. It almost cut him into half. And Sadira Samaravikrama was trying to play it on the offside, but that was too close to him. And he was, I think, Santosh for a moment beat for pace.
Yeah, 50 and out for Sadira Samaravikrama. It was too close to be playing that cut shot. And he gets a faint edge to the wicket keeper. Ashok Sharma gets his first.
Sadira Samaravikrama departs for 52. And there you go. That's what we're talking. Big deflection. And he was, I think, Santosh beat for pace. Sadira Samaravikrama departs for 52. Fourth cover ball, Ashok. Sri Lanka 128 for 4. But the new batter is Ravindu Fernando. He's got a lot of credentials as a batter. He's got runs in domestic, got 100s. He's a powerful striker on the ball. Did play a useful hand in that Afghanistan game with the bat. But this is a tough task. Vipraj Nigam will start a fresh over. Oh, very close to the bat. Pressure on the Sri Lankan skipper.
Yeah, big responsibility for Sana Archige. Needs to build a partnership. They were just, when Sri Lanka was just building up a partnership, Sadira Samaravikrama got to his 50 and he had to depart. Big single. Yeah, turned out to be an easy single. But Ravindra Fernando, on the other hand, Kosala, yes, he's a very handy batsman. I would call him a genuine all-rounder, to be honest. He's got runs and plenty of runs in the domestic circuit as well.
Simply pace for Ravindra Fernando. Going down the next side. That was going down. But Ravindra Fernando didn't remove the googly. He was playing for the next.
A good ball first up from Vipraj. The new batsman just sliding down the leg, I suppose. Good decision by the umpire, not reading the googly around the Fernando on that occasion. Very good start from Vipraj.
Yeah, nice response from Fernando. He get a boundary to start his account. Beautifully done. So this is what we were talking about, the capabilities of Ravindra Fernando with the bat. But that was beautifully done. He waited for the next fielder, picked the left early. The placement was very good.
Yeah, anything loose and he will pounce on it, Ravindra Fernando. He's waiting for those balls. Very powerful lad, like I mentioned earlier. If you give him room, if you give him width, he will get.
Well, back-to-back boundaries for Ravindra Fernando. So he's here with a mission. He's come with a purpose. He knows that Sri Lanka needs runs on the board. Giving his end up will not help, but he needs to be careful. Raj short of that occasion, and that's what you get when you bowl at that length to Ravindra Fernando.
Yeah, two loose balls to the new batsman, Vipraj. This time short ball outside off stump. An easy shot for Ravindra Fernando, easy pickings rather. He gets his second boundary. Ravindra Fernando, he needs to take the calculated risk, Kosala.
Well, he's got it into the gap, but this time they'll be only happy with a single. It's 138 for 19 done.
Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network. This weekend in United Variety Cinema Game Legends. और India's best dancer में होगा choreographers का महोत्सव. That's what God performance. देखिए entertainment का double धमाका. Sony Entertainment Television और Sony Live पर.
That equation, still the gap quite far. More than 50 runs all the time. Oh, nicely done. Finds the fielder. Now this man, Santosh, can bowl fast. Can really bend his. I think he's somebody we have seen for the first time. But the looks of it, he looks a genuine quick fast bowler.
Yeah, it generates a lot of pace, Kosari. Hurries the batsman as well. And his bounces can be lethal as well. So he needs to make sure he mixes things up. Get that short ball in. You can bowl 2 bounces per over. Get them in, make the batsman work hard. Keep the batsman thinking. Create that doubt on the batsman's mind is what Ashok Sharma needs to do with his pace. That's what I was saying, Kosala. That's the length he needs to be bowling. He needs to keep wearing. If he bowls it, pitches it up, it's going to be just a free for the batters.
Well, Santosh back in the day, now this is the third umpire, Ravindra Kottachi, and our match referee, Pradeep Jayaprakash, watching very carefully, well, watching very cautiously. And this time he has a big slash at it, and he will get a boundary. You just can't afford to give width to Ravindra Fernando. He will take you down.
A short and wide, pace on offer. and that's just a hit me ball from Ravindra Fernando. He says, thank you very much. There's no fielder down at the boundary. And Ravindra Fernando gets his third boundary. It's a loose ball from Ashok Sharma. Yes, he's bowling it quick, but he's bowling it on the wrong lines, Kosala.
Would come back right in the rib cage. Now, Santosh, in the good old days, that you had something called fast bowler, fast medium bowler, military medium bowlers, medium fast bowlers, but I don't think those words are used anymore now. It's either it just goes as fast bowler and you're categorized by the speeds that you bowl.
If you generate a lot of pace, also you call a fast bowler. But if you're bowling around the 125, 130, you call a medium pace bowler.
Yeah, but this guy, to me, is a fast bowler.
I completely agree with you, Kosala. He's definitely very, very quick. Won't be easy to face him on a quick wicket.
This is the beauty of Damulla. Look at that greenery. This is beautiful sights. It's like a painting, isn't it? Oh, that one hurried on to Archie game. Well, that'll be the end of over number 20. It's 143 for 4. So, yeah, this is the Manhattan that we're seeing. India dominating in that first power play. Look at that, 140 to 75. Vipraj Nigam. Done for 18. He's into his third. He's been expensive. Ravindra Fernando took him on in the previous over. He's on strike again. Oh, what a shot! That's a fantastic hit for a half a dozen. To me, it looked like a baseball slug.
Yeah, it was quick to rock on his back foot. He picked the length very early, Ravindra Fernando. It was not a drag down, it was a rather good length ball. And he rocked back pretty quickly and hit it over mid-on fielder for 6. That's a very good shot from Ravindra Fernando.
Oh, he goes through extra cover. And he's gone this time. He finds the Indian captain. Very sad to see the end of Ravindra Fernando. He looked very good to me. Very aggressive. But he tried to clear the infield and only found the Indian captain.
Once again, just when Sri Lanka looked like they were building a partnership here, they lose a wicket. Ravindra Fernando was looking good out there. He was getting the boundaries. Was scoring at a strike rate of 190, but he departs for 19. Sri Lanka 149 for 5.
batter is Varun Sahan. Prajiga picks up his first wicket. Sri Lanka 149 for 5. Well, he is a promising all-rounder, but the situation is going to ask too much from him.
Yeah, definitely. I think India can sense the finish line here. For Sri Lanka, they need something extraordinary. They've still got their skipper out there, Sana Archika, beaten on 25. Just one big partnership is all that Sri Lanka need. They need to get themselves back in the game. They've not got that big partnership coming up. Vanujasan gets off the mark first ball. Another player that can bat. He has scored plenty of hundreds in the first class domestic circuit as well. But this was Ravi Fernando. Absolutely smashed it straight to Tilak Verma at short extra cover. Couple of yards either side of Tilak Verma, that will be another 4. And this time Sana Archige lofts it over mid-off. That's running down to the boundary. And Sana Archige gets another bounce. So he's going to keep going, Kosala.
He will not go down without a fight, that's for sure. And the crowd has come in to watch this game. Has been entertained to some good batting from the Sri Lankan skipper. Look at that. Found the gap again. Picked up the length very early. Very well done from the Sri Lankan skipper. There you go. Opening the face of the bat. Oh, what a comeback. What a comeback. Now, there was a big appeal from the keeper and the bowler. That was a wrong one. I don't think Sana Archike read that one. Just take a look at this again.
A very good reply from Vipraj. That just went on with the arm. Loud appeal from the keeper and the ball, and umpire turns it down. So I think it's a good decision. Missed everything there. But a good comeback from Vipraj.
Well, lucky for the skipper. Another googly will end over number 21. It's 154-5.
When and July का शुभारंभ करेंगे आयरलैंड से. देखिए आयरलैंड इंडिया 26 से 28 जून. Watch only on Sony and Sony Sports Network.
ये देखो नया नेम प्लेट.
अन्नू के साथ लोन ले रहे हो, तुम कमर कस लो.
अरे किस्तों की कुश्ती हम भी लड़ लेंगे.
वैसे आप बेटे तो धोखा तो देंगे नहीं.
बड़े वाले भैया ने ना अलग अपार्टमेंट सेट कर लिया है.
कुछ बताना जरूरी नहीं समझ रहे बच्चे.
जेबों की फितरत होती है कि वो फट जाते हैं, और दिलों की किस्मत होती है कि वो टूट जाते हैं. लेकर जिंदगी के सिक्कों की खनक आ गई है नए किस्सों की गुल्लक.
He's almost got a run ball innings. Oh, well played, you could say, from Vanujasan, but that was a very good start-up delivery for the new batter.
Yeah, definitely new batsman. And Ashok Sharma goes for that glory ball. And very well done from Vanujasan to bring that bat down in time. But this is good stuff from Ashok Sharma. Kosal is coming around the wicket, trying to attack the stumps, trying to finish things off here as soon as possible.
Oh, Vanujasan will get a boundary. How intelligent that was. He used the pace of Ashok Sharma and just glided it down. That's intelligent batting.
He got a bit of an underage there, but he intentionally played it as late as possible. Boundary to Vanujasan. Sri Lanka's going to need a lot more than that, Kosala. They need to build a partnership here. They've not got the wickets in hand. 220 is the equation of just 172 balls. They need to be mindful of the run rate as well. Vanuja, he needs to support his captain. Archer is looking good out there. Beaten on 29. He's a batter that loves the pressure. He handles it pretty well, Kosala.
Yep. 158 for 5, Sri Lanka. Yeah, his bat has cracked, I suppose. And that's what pace can do, is it? Ashok Sharma. We were talking about bowlers hitting the bat hard. And definitely hit the bat hard.
He has impressed all of us. Touch on the expensive side today, but he's definitely troubled the batters.
Well, he's called in for a chest guard because he's found out that Ashok Sharma can really hurt you. And he has that tendency to bowl into the ribs.
Yeah, extra protection is always good. You need to take all the precautions as possible, especially when you're facing a quick bowler like Ashok Sharma.
Especially, he has the tendency to go into your rib cage. The height that he has, he can get extra pounds as well. He's extra pace. He's trying the Yorker. He's trying the Yorker. It's a low ball. And you'll get a free hit.
I think it's a foot fault, Kosala. Just overstepping on that occasion. Yeah. It's a big no ball from Ashok Sharma. Going for that extra effort. Trying to get that Yorker in, get him out. But now, what is the sun? He has a free hit.
Manages to get onto the other end. Shanaku just marched to 160 for 5. We've got a long way to go. More than 200 runs required. We've only just 5 wickets in hand. India, you can see the body language of the Indians now. They feel that they've brought it under control.
SMS!
Yeah, half the side back in the dressing room. Top order, all failing today for Sri Lanka. Especially Avishka Fernando. Much was expected from him today. Man in form, couple of centuries in this series. He's out early. Yes, good shot, pulled. That's in the gap and that's 4. Thana Archike is looking absolutely brilliant out there.
Well, it should be a fantastic player during this entire tri-series. Just look at the time he has to play that. And mind you, the balls are over 140, but the time he had to play in front of square. That's saying, normally when you have extra pace, the intent to play, he just goes to a square leg. But there you go. Sana's how early he touches it, the boundary. I feel that this man has a lot to offer Sri Lanka cricket. This single. Lanka to 165 for 5. 22 overs are done.
And that's the equation. Sri Lanka need 231 runs of 168 deliveries. Well, it's not about the runs and the deliveries at this stage. It's about the number of wickets the Sri Lankans have. And just the 5 wickets left. Sahana Rajagin, the skipper, he looks good. But the question is he running out of partners? Manager Sahan, he's capable with the bat. We did see it throughout the tournament as well. And we Prajnika, he will continue. As I say, a very good evening to Roshana Bising.
Same to Iran and good evening to everyone. Evening, yeah, but it's a bit of an uphill task for Sri Lanka, but cricket is a funny old game and anything is possible.
Not over until it's over. But India will be happier of the two teams. Knowing how they have Sri Lankan batters and
Very encouraging, isn't it? I always believe that Dambulla is a fantastic venue to play cricket because of these people. They're very good. Now look at him. Isn't he cute? That is outside the off stump. So Dambulla is a lovely venue to play cricket because the fans are very faithful. They turn up. They make sure that they come in by the number.
there you go. That was surely sliding down the offside. Manager Sahan, that he has been out there for some time, but the more dot deliveries at this stage the Sri Lankans would face, the run rate, in fact the required run rate would keep going uphill. So they need to take care of the run rate as well. There you go, the current run rate 0.32, required run rate 0.76. They managed to keep it under 8 runs per over for a long period of time. There again, the wickets column is the crucial issue that Sri Lankans are currently facing. One more delivery, it has been a very tough over. Just the one delivery left. Manager Sahan is not looking very comfortable out there. 2 runs coming off that over. Good one by Viprajnik. 23 overs done, 167 for 5.
Team India is ready. Watch the India Tour of England starting on the 1st of July on the TV channels of Sony Sports Network. 2 साल से रुका हुआ आरोप को फैसला करना फिर से शुरू कर दूं, उससे मेरी कैपेबिलिटी समझ में आएगी। हर बार जब मिले वही करना, whatever attitude रखना बस, whatever. लेकिन छोटू, इस दौर में विलन्स को ही तालियां मिलती हैं। क्रिमिनल है वो, बहुत बड़ा क्रिमिनल।
He looks solid. But again, through ways, because that has been the story for the Sri Lankans. There have been long partnerships, just like the Indian batters did have in the middle. That probably has been the downfall so far. Tilak Varma, he decides to take the ball in hand, see how it could work for him out there in the middle. Sri Lanka always needed a solid start.
ever going to get close to this fairly mammoth score in 50 over cricket. You've got 378, a lot of runs. Okay, it's a 50 over 300 ball game. You're chasing 378, so you needed one or two special efforts from Sri Lanka, and quite a few of them promised. Dikwella promised, Samaravikrama promised, even Ravidu Fernando showed us glimpses of what he could do, and now Sahanarachige is promising to make something big. The unfortunate thing for Sri Lanka is that none of them really went on. They got that big score that a team will require when they're looking to overhaul a score of this magnitude. All in all, the umpire was not fooled by what the previous one. He had a bit of grit. He's a warrior.
ये सही है रे
Keep fighting with the bat in hand. He was doing it, or taking the responsibility with the ball in hand, showing that there is something on offer for the spinners. The ball is fighting on the surface, keeping turning. It's been a quiet over once again. Now the Sri Lankans, they can't afford to have too many quiet. Overs. It's then when the pressure starts building. They need to try and keep the required run rate under 8 runs as much as possible. That held up a little bit. Well, a decent over for the Indians. Conceding just the 4 runs. 24 overs done. 173 for 5.